So I cut my moringa down about to 1.5 feet because it was just getting too long and not enough branches. So I cut it back. I noticed I put the slant right there, 45-degree angle, and look, I already got new buds coming out. So I think by winter time, if it rains a lot, then what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna coat it right here with some beeswax to seal that cut right there so it doesn't get mold or infection. So another plan that I have right now is that I'm planning to do some intercropping with some dandelion. So if you notice right there, those little green buds right there, little green leaves, that's dandelion. Um, Mainly I have it to keep the soil uh, nice and nice and moist and very well draining, and also to add more nutrients to the soil. Got it right here on this one too. Okay. And then also when it starts raining a lot, I'm going to seal these cuts that I have right here. I'm going to seal it with beeswax. So this moringa tree right here, notice how tall it is now. So I think by winter time, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cut it right here in between this node or above this node right here, about 1.5 feet. Well, that looks like 2 feet. But yeah, this one's getting pretty long, and I mean it's a lot of branches and stuff, but when the winter comes, it's probably not going to grow as much. So that's the time to cut it down. It's about 1.5 feet right here. All three of these stems right here. Yeah. This one too. This one's about a good 3 feet already. These two stems. So what I'm gonna do is just cut it about there, 45-degree angle, of course. That the way the rain could just run off in the winter, and then also put a beeswax on it to seal that wound or that cut. Also right here too, I'm gonna put some beeswax sealant right here too. I'm kind of worried about this one though. This is my little baby girl. She's growing nice and strong, nice and bushy. I've already chopped the tops, but I think I need to cut the top again just so that it could get more bushy. I don't know what's going to happen to her in the winter, but she seems to be growing good. She gets a lot of sun here, so I'm going to have her more as an experiment and to see if she could last for this winter. I might have to cover her up though if it gets too rainy, if it gets too cold, so I'll just keep my fingers crossed with her. So this one was getting tall and lanky, so I had to do the 45-degree angle cut, and I'm also going to put sealant beeswax on this to protect it in the winter. But also look, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 nodes here, so it's going to come back nice and bushy, and hopefully the mold on the leaves won't appear again. But yeah, it was getting tall and lanky, and it had a lot of mold on every leaf. It had like a black spot, like a mold spot. So I took all the branches off and I cut it down to maybe about 1 foot. So hopefully she'll come back strong. This one's more of like a gamble. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with her, but you see the bud right there, but it gets no bigger than that. They start getting yellow and then they die off, but the stem stays there. The stem stays there. So I don't know what's gonna happen to her this winter. I didn't put her in the best spot. Notice how it's shady. So what I did was I got this mirror right here to reflect sunlight off of her. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do stuff like that because we make poor choices.